January snowstorms are nothing new in Kentuckiana. They bring troublesome road conditions, snow days, and fun on the sledding hill. But nobody from Louisville can make it through a snowstorm without thinking of that one song. Tonight, we dig into the history of the famous tune that rang in school closures so long ago. The WHAS 11 Vault takes us back to the 1970s and the beginning of Bellavia.
But first tonight on Action 11, the word is snow. Once again, a big storm is hitting Kentucky and southern Indiana.
Monday morning brought light flurries, only an inch by the time commuters were heading home. But the snow continued to fall, and by evening, our weather team was reporting serious accumulations, an inch every hour into the night. Meteorologist Chuck Taylor was in the thick of the storm.
I don't have to tell you, things are really bad outside right now. But things are going to get even worse. That wind right now is at about 30 miles an hour. It's going to be gusting to almost 50 miles an hour later on tonight.
Hour by hour, the snow kept piling up. 24 hours after the first flakes fell, the city saw more than a foot of snow, but it didn't slow. By the time it stopped, the storm had deposited 16 inches.
If you think road conditions improved overnight, you're still dreaming. The travel nightmare is still out there.
Fred Wishy anchored the special report the next morning with Bud Harbsmeyer reporting.
It's as cold as it was yesterday, maybe colder. The wind is as strong as it was yesterday, maybe stronger. The ice on the street here at Broadway, 4th and Broadway, is just as thick, just as glazy, just as slick as it was yesterday. There may be a few more cars on the street. I don't know why.
Our team said the cause of the blizzard could be traced back to a stationary front in the Tennessee Valley, with cold air stacked up in the Ohio Valley. North to northeast winds blew the entire time, and temperatures were in the mid to upper 20s, ideal for a snowstorm.
Speaking of water, something other than barges appears to be floating down the Ohio River.
Floating ice filled the Ohio River, making Louisville look more like the South Pole than a city in Kentucky.
There's a lot of traffic on the Ohio River. There's one boat and the rest of it is ice. Ice flowing down the river almost in a solid sheet. The advice again still, stay off the interstates and of course stay off the river. You might get hit by an iceberg.
From the water to the roads, ice made travel treacherous. The governor actually closing state highways to everyone but emergency vehicles.
This is what I-65 looks like this morning, and if you were watching yesterday morning at this time, you'd see there is no change at all.
The 1978 blizzard was one for the record books. Multiple blasts of cold and snow added up to 19 inches for 49 days in a row. There was at least 1 inch of snow covering the ground, making it the longest stretch of snow coverage on record. 1978 was also the coldest winter season on record. But here at WHAS 11, there's something else that makes this storm so historic to us. So many businesses and schools were closed during the blizzard. WHAS 11 director Jerry Lloyd had to pick a piece of instrumental music that was long enough to cover them all. And the song that was picked, well, you already know, it was Bellavia. And the rest was history. Well, even though most closings are reported online through email or text message these days, you can still hear Bellavia right here on WHAS 11 every time we're talking about snow.